Here it is, I'll be talking about the most famous and hardest game ever created, Starcraft Broodwar. To explain briefly about Starcraft, it is an award-winning military science fiction, real-time strategy video game. The game contains campaigns which can be played through 3 distinct races. 3 races are composed of Terran, Protoss, and Zerg. Campaigns in Starcraft helps the player who's playing the game to broaden their knowledge on how the game works and how these 3 races were formed. Campaigns also connect the storyline between these 3 races, how these races tie into a theme of war. Campaigns are usually for novice players who recently bought the game and who has no idea what the game is about and wants to play StarCraft at a low level. The most exciting and fun part of this game is playing one-on-one against the opponent. There are no games that are intensive and fascinating in one-on-ones than the game of StarCraft. The reason why I mentioned StarCraft as one of the hardest games is because one can't get better at this game just by playing a lot. One needs to learn from the pros that play the game and develop one's own personal skill and style of play. There is no winning by luck. Simply put, a better player will win all the time, which makes this game so competitive. Competitive enough to have pro gamers who gets paid around 6 figures. In Korea, StarCraft is considered a sport. It may be funny to us here in America where gaming isn't considered a part of sports culture. StarCraft is part of esports in Korea. E stands for electronic and esports meaning electronic sports. Getting better at this game requires countless hours of training and practice, and not everyone has the physical capacity to do it well. Sure, they may not have to deal with broken bones or have a stunning physical body, but they do have to train their hands and arms to work quickly. I'll further explain why StarCraft is part of sports culture in Korea. There are more than 10 StarCraft teams in Korea, and each team is composed of several coaches and 7 to 15 StarCraft pro gamers. Teams battle each other season after season, and it is even broadcasted in TV channels. The StarCraft fanbase is crazy in Korea. As you see in the picture, at one of the finals game between 2 StarCraft teams, there was a report that around 2 to 3,000 people attended this event. That is ridiculously a lot. One of the factors that play in StarCraft is hand speed. The game is played at a very fast pace and one must be able to carry on one's thoughts and what one wants to do in game and apply it to the game through hotkeys. Hotkey is a key or set of keys which perform a specific function with regards to time efficiency. In StarCraft, hotkeys are vital as they allow for orders and commands to be delivered quickly, thus allowing for better control, management, and more time. The picture you are seeing is a hotkey chart for Protoss, which is one of the race out of 3. Each hotkey is used to make specific kinds of units, upgrades, and even unit abilities. After we get the concept of hotkeys, next thing we must look at is a term called APM. APM stands for actions per minute, and it is measurement of a player's load handling capacity and is one of the metric for judging player skill. In StarCraft, there is very little idle time during a game where a player is inactive, so it is often advantageous to be able to perform actions faster than your opponent. Actions include selecting a unit or a building, training a unit or making unit attack, move, patrol, gather, repair, morph, work. I can go on and on with it. This is an APM chart of a game, and we see that a player, a Go-Go Inca, had 281 actions per minute, while a Fisheye PG had 138 actions per minute, or APM. I'll be analyzing what it means to have certain number of APM. Let's take Inca's APM, which is 281, and divide it by 60, because there are 60 seconds in a minute. The result comes out to be a little more than 4. That means he's pressing either a key on his keyboard or pressing on his left and right mouse click 4 times every second. A Go-Go Inca won this game because he is just faster than his opponent by 150 APM, which shows he is more skillful in every aspect of the game than Fisheye PG. Usually a competitive match from pro gamers have around 400 to 500 APM. There are no StarCraft Broodwar pro gamers that has less APM than 300 to 400 APM. This is a clip from a pro gamer named I Am Lucera, and this is his hand speed during the game. Every movement of his hand speed and every key he types, he's encoding the strategy or a certain type of build that he wants to do into the game he's playing. This is a personal screen in the game. There is continuous movement of scenes and he's doing something every second, which is ridiculously fast. Overall, Starcraft may be a fun game, but it may get you some stress. To get good at this game, one may have to get beaten many times, learn from the mistakes, and try to play better each time one plays. It is a fair game, but it requires a high level of talent. Campaign mode is always interesting and easy if one just wants to have fun.